Good morning, me and Puppy. Update. I left that thing off different from last night where I cover the whole frame. And as you can see, it's just frozen along the bottom today. Huh. Alright, just a quick little update. This camera with the gimbal is hard to just point it at what I want. This is my setup right now. It works when the sun comes out, but I've just been sitting here thinking we definitely need to get that situated. Those, the vents and everything, we do need to get those situated because the sun hits the window and it gets that effect. Right now, that's my only major window to worry about with it. These other windows are just not doing it. The back one gets pretty, but the other ones don't really do that right now. And it seems that it does get worse with that Reflectix over it on the inside. So I don't know, I'm gonna come up with something to cover the outside of the window. I'd really like to make one of those fully encased covers that you see on a lot of the trailers. I see now why they have those. For now, we'll try to just figure something out with something. I'm just wondering, taping it, I don't know, being too much of a hassle. That's all I got for now. I gotta work, I gotta code up some stuff, but I'll just keep checking in while I edit these videos. We're kind of just figuring, like I said, we're still just really just figuring things out, and I'm ugly anyway, just kidding, but we need to work on our confidence. So checking in with you, I just wanted to talk about that, and then we'll just work through that, because I know people are worrying about that all the time. It's one of the most talked about things on those forums and groups, so we got to figure it out. Hey, what's up? So it is the end of the day, Tuesday, December 30th. Just gonna make this video quick. It's been a day. I was checking out the van hoses leaking. Well, one's leaking. It is the weirdest thing. Apple beer, it's good. On the top of the water pump, there's a line that goes in, and somewhere around right there, it might have been up top from it and leaking down onto that. I don't know, but from right there, it's leaking down, and I tracked it from there. There was a huge, not huge, but there was a big spot of water, actual water, not coolant, water, like what you'd find underneath the AC condenser. And then I had some coolant next to it so I can compare the two puddles. And it's just weird. Just a left field, because I am not going to be able to do a water pump right now in the driveway. It's starting to get really cold and it's going to rain all week. Other things that I got to focus on, and I just can't do it. Nobody wants to work on these things. That is something to, if you're looking at buying a motorhome instead of a trailer, just know like it's a condensed responsibility, but sometimes it's not. Nobody wants to work on this. The shop that I go to for everything that's working on the Skyline, everywhere else I've called, if you do schedule an appointment, if they're nice enough, they'll call to cancel with you. So that's something to think about when you're shopping for a trailer, motorhome, travel trailer, RV, any kind of recreational vehicle. It's something to consider is who's gonna work on, if it's got an engine, who's gonna work on the engine, because this motorhome requires, like, I can do a lot of work on it, but if I need the furnace and I don't know how to do the furnace or the power, something with that, the mobile RV repair, but they don't work on the engine stuff. Well, you can't just take it to your typical shop because they look at it as weird. It's just a Ford E350. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so that's a ramble. I did not mean to talk this long, so hopefully we can cut some of it out. Let's try to get this fixed. We got an appointment on Friday at 12:45 p.m. and I'm just worried if we're gonna be able to drive this thing there. This Ford is like those Fords I know that a little bit of an issue, it's like a warning, you know, and so I hope I can get it there. Thanks for tuning in.